Books on Tape presents Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason, by Helen Fielding. Read by Rosalyn Landor. Chapter 1. Happily Ever After.
Monday, 27th of January. 129 pounds. Total fat groove. Boyfriends, 1. Hurrah. Shags, 3. Hurrah. Calories, 2,100. Calories used up by shags, 600. So, total calories, 1,500. Exemplary. 7:15 a.m. Hurrah! The wilderness years are over. For 4 weeks and 5 days now have been in functional relationship with adult male, thereby proving am not love pariah as previously feared. Feel marvellous, rather like Posh Spice or similar radiant newlywed, posing with sucked-in cheeks and lip gloss while everyone imagines her in bed with David Beckham. Ooh, Mark Darcy just moved. Maybe he will wake up and talk to me about my opinions. 7:30 a.m. Mark Darcy has not woken up. I know. We'll get up and make him fantastic fried breakfast with sausages, scrambled eggs and mushrooms, or maybe eggs Benedict or Florentine. 7:31 a.m. Depending what eggs Benedict or Florentine actually are. 7:32 a.m. Except do not have any mushrooms or sausages. 7:33 a.m. Or eggs. 7:34 a.m. Or, come to think of it, milk. 7:35 a.m. Still has not woken up. He is lovely. Love looking at him asleep. Sexy broad shoulders and hairy chest. Not that sex object or anything. Interested in brain. 7:37 a.m. Still has not woken up. Must not make noise, realise, but maybe could wake him subtly by thought vibes. 7:40 a.m. Maybe we'll put... Gah! 7:50 a.m. Was Mark Darcy sitting bolt upright yelling, "Bridget, will you stop? Bloody, staring at me when I am asleep. Go find something to do." 8:45 a.m. In Coyne's Cafe having cappuccino, chocolate croissant and cigarette. Is relief to have faggin open and not be on best behaviour. Complicated actually, having man in house, as cannot freely spend requisite amount of time in bathroom, or turn into gas chamber, as conscious of other person late for work, desperate for pee, etc. Also disturbed by Mark folding up underpants at night, rendering it strangely embarrassing now simply to keep all own clothes in pile on floor. Also, he's coming around again tonight, so have to go to supermarket either before or after work. Well, do not have to, but horrifying truth is want to, in bizarre, possibly genetic throwback-style ways such as could not admit to Sharon. 8:50 a.m. Wonder what Mark Darcy would be like as father. Father to own offspring, not self. That would indeed be sick in manner of Oedipus. 8:55 a.m. Anyway, must not obsess or fantasize. 9 a.m. Wonder if Una and Geoffrey Alconbury would let us put marquee on their lawn for the Was my mother, walking into my cafe bold as brass in a country casual's pleated skirt and apple green blazer with shiny gold buttons, like a spaceman turning up in the House of Commons squirting slime and sitting itself down calmly on the front bench. "Hello, darling," she trilled. "Just on my way to Debenhams, and I know you always come in here for your breakfast. Thought I'd pop in and see when you want your colours done. Ooh, I fancy a cup of coffee. Do you think they'll warm up the milk?" "Mum, I've told you I don't want my colours done," I muttered scarlet, as people stared and a sulky rushed-off-her-feet waitress bustled up. "Oh, don't be such a stick-in-the-mud, darling. You need to make a statement about yourself, not sitting on the fence all the time in all these fudges and slurries. "Oh, hello, dear." Mum went into her slow, kindly, let's try to make best friends with the waiting staff and be the most special person in the cafe for no fathomable reason voice. "Now, let me see. Do you know, I think I'll have a coffee. I've had so many cups of tea this morning up in Grafton Underwood with my husband Colin that I'm sick to death of tea. But could you warm me up some milk? I can't drink cold milk and coffee, it gives me indigestion. And then my daughter Bridget will have—" Grrr! Why do parents do this? Why? Is it desperate mature person's plea for attention and importance? Or is it that our urban generation are too busy and suspicious of each other to be open and friendly? I remember when I first came to London, I used to smile at everyone, until a man on the tube escalator masturbated into the back of my coat. "Espresso, filter, latte, cap, half fat or decaf," snapped the waitress, sweeping all the plates off the table next to her and looking at me accusingly as if Mum was my fault. "Half fat decaf cap and a latte," I whispered apologetically. "What a surly girl! Doesn't she speak English?" huffed Mum at her retreating back. "This is a funny place to live, isn't it? Don't they know what they want to put on in the morning?" I followed her gaze to the fashionable Trustafarian girls at the next table. One was tapping at her laptop and wearing Timberlands, a petticoat, a Rastafarian bonnet and a fleece, while the other, in Prada stilettos, hiking socks, surfing shorts, a floor-length llama-skin coat and a Bhutanese herdsman's woolly hat with ear flaps, was yelling into her mobile headset. "I mean, he said if he found me smoking skunk again, he'd take away the flat, and I'm like, fucking daddy," while her 6-year-old child picked miserably at a plate of chips. "Is that girl talking to herself with that language?" said Mum. "It's a funny world you live in, isn't it? Wouldn't you do better living near normal people?" "They are normal people," I said furiously, nodding in illustration out at the street, where, unfortunately, a nun in a brown habit was pushing 2 babies along in a pram. "You see, this is why you get yourself all mixed up." "I don't get myself mixed up." "Yes, you do," she said. "Anyway, how's it going with Mark?" "Lovely," I said moonily, at which she gave me a hard stare. "You're not going to you-know-what with him, are you? He won't marry you, you know." "Grr, grr." No sooner have I started going out with the man she'd been trying to force me onto for 18 months, Malcolm and Elaine's son, darling, divorced, terribly lonely and rich, than I feel like I'm running some kind of territorial army obstacle course, scrambling over walls and nets to bring her home a big silver cup with a bow on. "You know what they say afterwards," she was going on. "Oh, she was easy meat." I mean, when Merle Robertshaw started going out with Percival, her mother said, "Make sure he keeps that thing just for weeing with." "Mother!" I protested. I mean, it was a bit rich coming from her. Not 6 months ago she was running around with a Portuguese tour operator with a gentleman's handbag. "Oh, did I tell you?" she interrupted, smoothly changing the subject. "Una and I are going to Kenya." "What?" I yelled. "We're going to Kenya. Imagine, darling, to darkest Africa." My mind started to whirl round and round, searching through possible explanations, like a slot machine before it comes to a standstill. Mother turned missionary. Mother rented Out of Africa again on video. Mother suddenly remembered about Born Free and decided to keep lions. "Yes, darling. We want to go on safari and meet the Maasai tribesmen, then stay in a beach hotel." The slot machine clunked to a halt on a series of lurid images of elderly German ladies having sex on the beach with local youths. I stared levelly at Mum. "You're not going to start messing around again, are you?" I said. "Dad's only just got over all that stuff with Julio." "Honestly, darling, I don't know what all the fuss was about. Julio was just a friend, a pen friend. We all need friends, darling. I mean, even in the best of marriages, one person just isn't enough. Friends of all ages, races, creeds, and tribes. One has to expand one's consciousness at every—" "When are you going?" Oh, I don't know, darling. It's just an idea.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?